Left to freeze with a note, "No one's child," the rancher said, "You're mine now." The storm didn't care that she was small. It didn't care that her fingers had gone numb or that her breath came out in weak, broken clouds. Snow swallowed the dirt road inch by inch, erasing every footprint that had led to the old fence post where she had been left. The wind howled like something alive, clawing at the thin blanket wrapped around her shaking body. Pinned to her coat was a scrap of paper, already damp from melting snow, the ink smeared but still readable, "No one's child." She didn't cry anymore. Crying took warmth, and warmth was already gone. She only waited, staring at the empty white world, as if waiting itself was the last thing she owned. Miles away, Daniel Cross rode the fence line of his ranch the way he always did during storms. Folks in town said he was colder than the winters that ruled this land, a man carved out of grief and silence. He had buried his wife and newborn son 10 years ago, and with them went whatever softness he once had. The ranch survived because he forced it to. He survived because stopping felt like dying. As his horse slowed near the old road, something felt wrong, an instinct sharpened by years of solitude. He almost rode past her. Almost. Then he saw the shape against the fence, too still to be right. When he dismounted, the wind slapped his face raw. He crouched beside the child and felt the world tilt. She was alive, barely. Her lips were blue, lashes crusted with ice. The note caught his eye, and something deep in his chest cracked open, sharp and unexpected. He ripped off his coat, wrapped it around her, and lifted her against his chest. "You're not freezing today," he muttered, more promise than words. When her eyes fluttered open, cloudy with fear, he spoke again, steadier now. "You're mine now. And I don't lose what's mine." The ride back to the ranch felt endless. He held her close, shielding her from the wind, feeling her weak heartbeat against his own. Memories tried to rise, another child once held this way, but he crushed them down. Survival first. Feelings later. At the house, he stoked the fire until flames roared and wrapped her in wool. He rubbed warmth back into her hands, his rough palms gentle despite himself. When she finally coughed and breathed deeper, something inside him loosened. She slept for hours. Daniel sat nearby, watching the rise and fall of her chest like it was the only thing keeping the world turning. Who leaves a child to die in the snow? Who writes words like that? The anger came slow and heavy, settling into his bones. When she woke, her voice was barely a whisper. "Am I allowed to stay?" The question hit him harder than any storm. He didn't answer right away. Then he said, "This is your home now." And for the first time in years, he meant it. The child's name was Lily. She spoke it like it might be taken away if she said it too loud. Days passed, the storm moved on, and the ranch settled into a new rhythm, one Daniel hadn't planned for. Lily followed him everywhere, quiet but curious, learning the sounds of the land. She flinched at raised voices, hoarded food in her pockets, and woke from nightmares calling for no one in particular. Daniel noticed it all. He didn't push. He just stayed. Every morning, he left an extra blanket on her bed. Every night, he checked the locks twice. Town didn't welcome her easily. Whispers followed them like shadows. Foundling. Burden. Daniel heard every word and dared anyone to say it to his face. When the schoolteacher hesitated, he signed the papers without blinking. "She's my daughter," he said, surprising even himself. The word felt strange in his mouth, but right. Lily beamed like the sun had finally learned her name. One night, as the fire crackled low, Lily asked about the photograph on the mantel. Daniel told her the truth, not all of it, but enough. About love. About loss. About how some pain never leaves but changes shape. Lily listened, then slipped her small hand into his. "You didn't lose me," she said. Something broke loose inside him then, warm and terrifying. He squeezed her hand like it was an anchor. Spring came slow. Grass pushed through snow. Lily laughed more. Daniel smiled without realizing it. The ranch no longer felt like a place frozen in time, it felt alive. When a stranger came asking questions about a missing child, Daniel stood firm. "She's safe," he said. "She's loved." The man left empty-handed. On the anniversary of the storm, Daniel found the old fence post again. Snow melted beneath the sun. He burned the note in his palm and watched the ashes scatter. Lily ran toward him, cheeks flushed, eyes bright. "Come see," she called. He followed, heart steady, steps sure. That night, as she slept peacefully, Daniel whispered words he had once sworn never to speak again. "You're home. Forever." Outside, the wind was quiet. Inside, something long frozen finally thawed. If this story moved you, if you believe family is chosen as much as it is born, subscribe to this channel. More powerful stories are waiting, and you belong here.